There's been a lot of news that came out today that affiliates with one word in particular, hiatus, to Dragon Ball, One Piece, and even Gushing over Magical Girls. These three series in particular have been having to deal with a hiatus that's come out of nowhere. And this one on screen already that you see before you is not something that is really surprising, all things considered. And unless you've been living under a rock, I think everybody has heard about Akira Toriyama's passing. A legendary author, a legendary man, someone that shaped the lives of millions of people, and thanks to his work, Dragon Ball brought anime to the West and brought it more popularity. I think without Dragon Ball and without Akira Toriyama, anime and manga within the West would not be the same. I don't even think it would be near as popular. Maybe one day it would have been, but I don't think it would have been until recently in comparison to the early 2000s that Akira did, because his work is legendary, and it has gone on to create so much culture within just so many different parts around the globe, so many people affected by Akira's work, and his passing was legitimately tragic. If there is one thing we could take from it, though, is that he left the world better than when he was born in it, because he brought joy to so many people, and he made the world brighter with his work. And I think that is one thing we can say, and it's at least his legacy will live on. And so when I see this news of Dragon Ball Super going on break or indefinite hiatus, I think anyone that knows what's recently happened is not shocked about this whatsoever. I thought what I was hearing a few days ago that it was just going to be a 1 month break. That was my impression. And upon diving into it, it's been left very vague to where it's like we could be going on a 1 month break, but it also could be an indefinite hiatus. And I think that this makes a lot of sense, all things considered, because with Akira Toriyama's passing, Toyotaro, the one that's kind of been writing Super for a while now has full control. Like, Akira is no longer supervising the work. Toyotaro now is fully in control of this legendary work that, as we saw less than a week ago, has clearly shown the influence it's had. Millions of people have been influenced by Dragon Ball. And I feel like Toyotaro now realizes it, or has been reminded of just how big this work is. And now all of the weight, that pressure of such a legendary series has been pushed onto his shoulders. But also with the passing of his mentor, his teacher, Akira Toriyama, there's a lot that is probably plaguing his mind right now. So him potentially going on an indefinite hiatus to probably find himself and figure out what he wants to do next for the future of Dragon Ball, I don't think anyone really can fault him for that. It's legitimately been a very tragic and sad time, and I really hope that Toyotaro gets the rest he needs. He thinks about what to do next, and I don't think anyone can fault him if he even takes years off if he needs to. It'd be sad, but he needs to do what needs to be done, because he's been basically mentored for over a decade plus now at this point from Akira Toriyama. He's had such an intimate relationship with Akira. I cannot imagine the grieving that he is going through, because think about it like this. All of us around the world are devastated by Akira's passing. Imagine an individual that has been literally in close proximity to Akira for a decade plus at this point, continuously, writing Dragon Ball, being beside Akira Toriyama. I just imagine the sense of loss from that. It's astronomically high. And so those in the manga community that have been writing series like Oda, etc., like writing One Piece, are devastated by this, because they got to see Akira probably continuously and be around him, go to his house, whatever. So legitimately tragic, and it makes a lot of sense why this hiatus is happening, and I think this is kind of a perfect segue to get into the next one, which is One Piece, which is what I want to talk about now. Now, with this break here, with One Piece going to be going on break for 3 weeks, it's also not necessarily surprising. I think that the way this is lining up, from my speculation, there was no confirmation on why this break is happening, but we could probably assume it has something to do maybe with Akira Toriyama. Oda made a statement talking about Akira Toriyama's passing, and a lot of different authors did. And I think that what Oda said really just showcased just how much respect he had for Akira's work and Akira himself. And potentially grieving and using this time maybe is He's probably going to go to Akira's funeral. He's probably going to just take some time to really think about just the passing of such a legendary figure. And I think that that's probably what this break is. Now, I don't know necessarily if there is a holiday or anything in Japan, but normally, Oda doesn't take a lot of breaks. Anyone that reads One Piece consistently knows that Oda does take breaks. He's taken more breaks as of late in the past years, but it's like he'll write 3 or 4 chapters and then he'll go on a break for a week and then come back again for 3 or 4 more chapters and then go on break. That's been kind of his consistent, MO for a long time. But as we see this announcement, it's a little bit strange. Like, a 3-week break for Oda, it's getting no information about it. It's a little bit concerning. But, I think anyone that kind of knows about certain events, it's most likely, like I said, related to the whole Akira Toriyama news with his passing. So, if that's indeed the case, it makes a lot of sense. I do hope, though, it's not health-related issues, because Oda is getting older. And as much as people like to say Oda's a machine that just, continuously is able to pump out chapters with no breaks, whatever, he is human at the end of the day. And one day he is... I fear the day, and it's going to be a really sad day, but, he is going to probably get so old that he might not even be able to write anymore. It's the truth. That's not a reality I want to think about, but it is reality itself. That is just what world we live in, and Oda needs to pace himself. He needs to have breaks to be able to maintain his health, and as he gets older, he's not going to be able to work like a machine as he used to. So I hope that regardless of whatever this 3-week break is, he takes the time he needs to either refresh his mind, take a time off, or just relax, go to Akira Toriyama's funeral if that's what he's doing. I just hope whatever's going on there, that he is able to find some form of, inner peace, so to speak. But, yeah, I wanted to bring this up, because I saw this today, it kind of shocked me. I was like, oh, crap, even Oda's taken, a break. Now, segue into the next one, let's talk about Gushing over Magical Girls. Now, this one caught me also by surprise. I just found out about this actually today, and this one is a little bit of a different circumstance from what's obviously happened with Dragon Ball and One Piece, most likely. This is the age-old story of an author just having poor health, most likely from either lifestyle decisions, but also overwork of just the way the magazine is run. It could be a variety of issues, so to speak, just all formed into one main thing to where they need to take a break. And seeing this news is very sad, because obviously Gushing Over Magical Girls has quickly grown in popularity. I think that even if you don't watch the series, you probably have seen images of the main girl here, Utena, probably on your timeline, either on, let's say, Reddit, on Twitter, YouTube, etc. I know if you follow me, you definitely have probably seen me talk about the character. So it's just like, Gushing Over Magical Girls has definitely gotten a lot more popular. So seeing this, it's sad also to see that when, the series is really gaining momentum, the author has to slow down, but if the author's health is, deteriorating, it makes sense why they need to take a break. They should take a break, 100%. But it's not really confirmed exactly what is happening here. All we do know, though, is that the author of Gushing Over Magical Girls, had to go on indefinite hiatus for health concerns. It could be maybe they're having back pains, maybe their wrists are hurting because they're drawing for long hours at a time, maybe it's something else, maybe it's just, something else that we're just entirely unaware of. I'm a relatively new Gushing Over Magical Girls fan, so I'm not really affiliated with Akihiro's health and just how they've been over the years while they've been working on, Gushing or even other manga. I don't even know if they worked on other manga. I don't know if this is a completely new offer or not, but, regardless, I do hope that, the offer of Gushing takes as much time as they need as well to be able to rest and come back in full force, good as ever, to continue writing such a really good series that is more than just a parody of the magical girl genre. Legitimately an excellent series. It's not just fan service bait, it's really good, and I hope that the offer comes back relatively soon and, is able to capitalize on the ever-growing popularity of the anime. But yeah, I know that the news today isn't necessarily good news, but it is still something I wanted to talk about and share with all of you, because it is very important to talk about these subjects and let you all know what is happening to some of the manga that you're reading currently, why maybe One Piece might not come out, why Dragon Ball won't, etc. Just letting you all know what's up. But with that, may you all have a fantastic day or not wherever you live. Be safe, everyone. Chibi out.